Hello everyone. Kay from Up and Away, bookkeeping software consulting. And today I thought I'd show you the GST Center in QuickBooks and challenge you to possibly lodge your own BAS directly via QuickBooks, which you may or may not know that you can do. Not everyone will want to do that, although if you're a DIY bookkeeper, you often do want to do that yourself. Sometimes you get your accountant or your bookkeeper, if you have one, to do it. But certainly, if you're happy with the transactions, then you can lodge directly with the ATO. Now, let's just start. I'm in the sample company again. So the first thing really is, do you know that you can actually assign a tax code to every income and expense account? Now, for some reason in the sample company, I can't see the chart of accounts, but I know how to get it back, I think, by going to settings, and in here in the sample company, you should be able to see your own chart of accounts. If not, you might have to do this. Expenses, no, company, somewhere in here. It wouldn't be usage. Sales. Nope. Chart of accounts. For some reason this is off. I don't know what's going on in here. I believe if I say that and save it and done, I should now be able to see the chart of accounts. So let's go transactions, and yay, chart of accounts. So you may have done this already, but hold on. If not, you can, and it certainly saves time. If you, let's first of all, I think we'll go for, we don't want assets and liabilities really, but let's pick some expense accounts maybe. So here, see the GST rate isn't filled out. So every time you record an expense, unless you've got a rule set up, you'll have to put in the GST code, which is a lot of work. So let's go travel expenses, and we'll assume they're local, and we'll edit that account. So if you click here, you can edit, and account number, it doesn't have a number, they don't have to. Default GST code, GST on non-capital. I find that the GST codes in some of the QuickBooks accounts are a little bit, I don't know what's the word, old-fashioned. You can set up your own GST code. So it's GST on non-capital, which is just basically GST on expenses. I wonder if, no, we don't want any more, so we just save that. Right, so now whenever we record an expense for travel expenses, the account code will, or the GST code will show GST on non-capital. So you can do that with all the accounts. I'm not going to show you how to do that now. Let's go to the GST Center, as they call it. And so you've got BAS to lodge, and the status, and you've got payments. So that's when you've paid a BAS. So up here, you can edit the settings and edit the rates. Settings will be the start of the current GST period. We'll leave it as it is in the sample company. The quarterly, we'll leave it with accrual. You're usually on the simpler BAS these days, and that should probably be sufficient. You're only eligible, so we have an annual term. Okay, fine. Right. So now we're on simple GST method. So we're not going to be editing the tax rates, but you can see them all here. I'm not sure if you can actually change the name. so it doesn't, I don't think you can only add them, or you can only add them, so you can add different ones. So best to stick to what they've got. And let's go back, and what you really want to do is you want to view reports. So the next BAS is the 20th of November 24 in this sample company. So if we wanted to prepare it, we can view the summary, view the BAS details, view amendment details, and view transactions by tax code. I like to view transactions by tax code before I lodge. It's a great report. It lists all of the reports and what tax codes you have attached to them. BAS details will tell you basically, let's click on it, BAS details, if it will come up slowly. I'll get a rest. So it gives you all the details for this current BAS. So the date of the transaction, what the transaction type was, GST code, etc. Let's go back. We can go back. You can do it cash or accrual. We're reporting on an accrual basis, so we should leave it as accrual. Can we go back? We run the summary report. Go back to sales center. Let's view the summary. That should tell us how much we've got to pay. So it just summarizes the transactions. It basically looks like your BAS and what you will be submitting to the ATO. Those numbers are the ATO numbers on your BAS. So this is going to give us a refund of $388. I don't think we want to customize it. Let's go back. So from here, let's go into prepare again. You can, if you're happy with it, you can say mark as lodged. Now that does nothing as far as the ATO is concerned. It just tells QuickBooks it has been lodged. QuickBooks makes the entries that you need automatically. You do not have to do any journal entries to those GST or PAYG accounts. That's what's nice about it. And I may show you, I'm going to go into my test company basically, so I'll just get out of here. If you want to lodge your BAS yourself, actually before I do, I'll tell you something. When you make a payment, what you should do is enter it in the payments section, because that will match the payment off when it comes through your bank account. It makes the whole process easier. So remember, record the payment when you make it in this GST center. So let's just get out of here. Just log out. I need to get out of here. I'm just going to go out like that. And then I'm going to go back in and hopefully you can still see. Let's go back into Intuit. Those of you who are wondering, I use one password to store all my passwords because I definitely can't remember them. Makes life a lot easier, very secure. And let's go back in. I didn't like that this morning. I think it was because why didn't it like that before? Hold on a sec. I'm just going to pause the recording if I can while I get this sorted out. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Now I'm in the other test company that I've got set up, just to show you if you want to set it up, set QuickBooks up so you lodge your GST directly with the ATO, you can do. And this is what will happen when you set it up. You go to the GST center. and you will have a little button at the top here that says connect to the ATO. And if you click on that, you can call the ATO or log into your Access Manager. I would say call. So, and then you just follow the prompts. They want a few details, they want your ABN, etc. So they're going to want all this, whoops, let's go there. This information that we can see here. Call the ATO, follow the instructions to nominate a software provider, that is QuickBooks, etc. So once you have done that, you will be able to, there'll be a button at the bottom of your BAS screen, lodge with the ATO or submit to the ATO, I think it says, and that goes straight to the ATO. So how good is that? I'll say goodbye for now. I think I've shown you enough. Any more questions, let me know. Yeah, see you next time. Now I just need to stop my recording if I can. There we go.